Privyet, comrade, and welcome to Golden Squad. Since this is the first episode of Arc 3, I'll add a little bit more world building for everybody, just before the recap and the story. Powers did not spread globally until 1985, but in the years prior, the USSR saw the promise of what powers could bring to their troubled nation, and they founded the Superpower Research Bureau, which, for all intents and purposes, was just another agency to spy on a specific group of people in the US. In late 1985, though, that changed when a young boy named Dima Baranov surprised the state with some illusionary powers. And soon after that, others started to appear too. The USSR saw the success of Phi in the US and strove to build their own pillar of humanity, and brought in as many powered people as they could. Which was fortunate because these pillars were able to stave off the 1991 revolution of the USSR, at least for a few more years until it finally succumbed to the pressure of dissolution. Once it was restructured as Russia, the Superpower Research Bureau was replaced by the Superpower Protection Service, or what is currently known as the SZS. It was restructured to improve its image and show its superiority to Phi. Over the next 3 decades, the SCS grew into the second largest powered organization on Earth, and helped with many conflicts and wars all over Asia. The leaders working at the SCS are generally looked on favorably by Russian citizens, despite the SCS sharing a lot of its resources and even a building with the spy organization FSB. That should do it for now. At the end of the last episode, the squad discovered their colleague Gabe, or Fracture as Sonny has named him, had his home destroyed, and a hidden message was found under a piece of furniture carved into the floor with the letters SCS. Jeff has tasked the squad with a covert operation to Russia to find out what happened with Gabe and recover him if he's still alive. To aid them in their mission, due to the fact that Theo has been tasked with a different one, they have gained the help of Callum. We left off, you found out about Gabe. The investigation into him led the Phi investigators to conclude that he was either killed or abducted by the SCS, the Russian Phi, I guess.
CS.
SZ.
Yes. Z is in zebra. Superpower Protection Service of Russia. Killed person. And we found frozen letters.
Right,
This
on
is
the
what I
ground
said.
under a cabinet that his apartment was like firebombed. But this was protected under a hutch or a cabinet or something.
Mm-hmm.
This session we're going to talk about Russia and what you guys are going to need, and I'm going to introduce a new mechanic for this arc. First, I'll tell you about the mechanic, so you'll get to change your plans based on that. So there's going to be a new mechanic for this whole arc, so for every session that we'd have this arc, and it's going to be basically a suspicion meter. So as you do acts, if you get caught and not so if you set off an alarm in the main building or something, it'll go all the way up. But I mean, you'll basically have how suspicious is Russia that there may be people there, because you're going to be going in somewhat stealth-like. I mean, you don't have to be stealth, but
we're not declaring ourselves as superheroes entering the country.
Exactly.
Sneaky beaky like.
You are going in undercover.
Incognito.
Real quick.
Yeah.
While we're talking about the subject, is there any consideration for quote unquote false flag operations? Are there any other superpower organizations that if we were ever captured, we'd be like, oh hey, yeah, no, it's not Phi, we're with XYZ?
Yes, there are others.
Is XYZ one of the names?
No, I don't have any of the names.
That's being a smartass.
I know. I was trying to think of a name I was like, what would XYZ would be really difficult.
I got xenomorphs, something, and zealots. I don't know what Y would be.
Zealots. Your mom. No.
It's interesting, whether or not you want to give us this information or force us to figure it out as we're going through. But yeah,
the fact that there are other organizations would be public knowledge. So
okay.
And a lot of the organizations out there, they go by the name of the agency. So
Shield?
Mossad.
No, the Mossad.
Yeah, Mossad would be an example. Maybe the Mossad superpowers are just Mossad. Super people are just still Mossad. So not all agencies that are superpowered have their own branch. And we'll say that's canon. Mossad also has agents that are super. So if you wanted to say you're Israeli special forces or whatever, go for it. With suspicion as a counter, you are able to call in additional resources or help from Phi, but every time you do, it will add to your suspicion meter. Because getting stuff into Russia is not super easy. Getting spotted, calling in additional resources, things like that, those will all increase your suspicion meter for the arc. There are several extraction plans for how to get you out of Russia, but that may change as you guys change what you're going to do. Yeah, right now you are going in a stealth plane, and you guys get to decide what you want to bring with you. Mainly this arc, we're going to talk about what the mission is and that suspicion mechanic, and you guys are going to pick what you want to bring. So your main objective here is to determine what happened with Gabe, and if he's still alive, recover him, but mainly figure out why he was targeted and if there's anybody else targeted.
Okay.
This is what's been provided to you by Jeff, and he also lets you know that they have an asset in the FSB who has provided some intel, and he's actually there to support you. So he will be your asset. You will be his handler as a team. So you will have an asset within the organization, sister organization of SCS. When you land, you'll be able to talk to him and get his breakdown on everything that's going on and some intel about the people and where you might want to look. But before you can get a chance to talk to him, you have to decide what you want to bring without having a lot of intel. You have what's standard available. So I mean, like you got weapons, you got armor, you got spy devices. You can't bring a person unless that person does not have powers. So if you wanted to bring your intern, sure. You can call in support for people with powers if they're not busy. So that's an option if you'd like. If you'd like to like reserve support.
Wouldn't they need to come with us the whole time though?
No, they have their own things to do. So if you call in support of a person, you will increase your suspicion, like guaranteed.
Okay, what's the consequence if our suspicion goes all the way up? We just have to leave, or?
No, it just they will be
Bad
aware
things
of your
happen.
presence, and they will be more forceful in their response. It gets more difficult the more your suspicion goes up.
Okay, so if we wanted like to reserve another superpower agent, then
Yeah, they can fly in and help you with some task, and then would leave.
but we accept the fact that by calling upon them, we'll increase our suspicion no matter what.
Right.
Okay.
Unless you want someone that doesn't have powers, you can have that for free.
Question.
Yeah.
Are we sitting in like a meeting room going over the operation in general, or are we like, you guys are going, get on this plane, no briefing? Like, what's the idea?
This is pre-boarding the plane, so this is like
Pre-boarding. Okay.
We're sitting in a meeting room, kind of going over the operation.
Or I suppose maybe the plane is big. Maybe it's like the plane in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that just has all the on it.
Now, what boarding group are we in?
That's
Are
the
we
big
in-
helicarrier.
Oh, the aisle. Oh, my elbows and my shoulder. Yeah. I'm following the joke. I'm funny.
Didn't you?
I was just hoping you were going to end it there, you know. Just-
Didn't.
Yeah.
Someone take away his shovel. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so decide what you want, and also there's a new person, so you guys can in character introduce if you want.
Oh, yeah, we may not have actually done that, but yes. So you guys are meeting Callum probably for the first time.
Oh,
Oh,
that's right, because you were talking about flying solo while we all got on the
Yes.
plane, but he was like, "No, you're getting out on the plane, so you don't want to increase your suspicion by just flying into Russia."
Yes.
Okay.
So I am a mid-30s kind of eccentric person. I'm a bit of an introverted person, but once I started reintegrating myself into society, I immediately went to a college and started taking master level courses in physics, and then became a lead in the physics realm, thanks to the inherent powers I control, being gravity manipulation. I joined Phi recently and have gone through some training as being like what do we call it? Man, we had this all brained out, and now I can't remember any of it. All right, I have it all written out. So yeah, so studied into physics, got control of his powers, enrolled into Phi. I started working as an aide in various studies. Became good friends with Greg, where he took me on, and I kind of came to him because his inherent force field abilities and his limited movements. And then after getting more integrated into the Phi Society, I decided I want to become a part of the Hero Society. And this is my first mission.
Oh, cool.
So, if you look at the character sheet, I have a pretty close-cut beard. My hair constantly stands away from my head due to the gravity effects around my character. So it's unnatural when I move that my hair doesn't necessarily flow. It kind of almost always looks like I was sticking my hand into an electrical socket, basically.
Can you make that go away if you like put gel in your hair?
I don't know how that would work.
Because if people see you, is it obvious that you have a power by the way you look without a costume?
He has gel in his hair. No one will question it.
I would think that it's a gravity effect, things that would affect that would, dissipate it. It's not like a super strong effect, but it's strong enough to where the individual hairs stand on end. So probably like a small application of a hair gel would crease it back and keep it from being displayed. Or wearing like a tight knit beanie or something.
A good complication.
Yeah, visualization of someone's power. I would never be able to hide as a mundane.
Your clothes don't lift away from you, right there.
No, but I actually do have. That was one of the other complications I haven't written down yet, and I just remembered it. Is I can't wear anything that sticks out away from my body too far. There's a specific distance around my body that eventually hits my gravity effect and would be impacted by it. So I can't wear like a backpack or a wide brimmed hat or suits of armor because they're impacted. Yeah.
Oh.
Interesting. Well, welcome to the group.
Welcome,
Nice.
welcome.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, off to Russia we go. What should we bring with us?
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty good at kind of the reconnaissance. I move not too loud, and I can get into some places. But once I touch down, I'm pretty slow.
Oh, do you actually walk slower because of do you have a hard time?
I have a acrobatics of 2, so I'm a pretty slow guy. I'm not super fast. I'm not slow, but
I think that makes 3 of us. I think Jade's the only one that's fast.
Yeah, I'm sneaky and fast.
Yeah. Jade runs like a lightning bolt.
You guys gonna slow me down? I'll have to carry you.
My fly speed is pretty good though. I can actually fly decently quick.
More than decent. You can outpace aircraft.
Yes.
It's pretty good.
But when I'll say
I can move
there
at
are
a decent
limitations.
pace.
I won't give away the secret, but there are limitations to my flight.
The number is 4,000 miles an hour, by the way.
Yes.
What? You are kidding. Nope. 4,000? That's not just like faster than an aircraft. That's like faster than a blackbird.
That's why I was like, I'll just fly to Russia. I'll see you guys there. But
I'm gonna go to Moscow for lunch. I'll come back and your plane hasn't taken off yet.
I was kind of I would think character persona. Callum was really jazzed about the idea of just flying across the ocean. I think Greg probably walked over, put his hand on the shoulder, and just shook his head. No, just that's not gonna fly, guy.
Is Greg the ass one?
He has the shield, yeah.
The one nobody likes.
I love Greg.
He hasn't been very nice to the rest of us.
It's your own damn
He hasn't
fault.
been very nice to him either, but he still likes him.
Yeah, it's that tough love. He's like a drill sergeant, you appreciate him. So I had kind of covered it. I personally, Callum on him has like the smartphone and comlink. He's got restraints. He has some mini trackers that he can put on things if we need to trace anything. And then he has basically Amazon Prime light orbs, which are like little squishy balls with LEDs in them.
What?
Help me out on that last one.
Yeah, why?
Why? In case we ever get into dark confines and we need to throw out some light, I can provide light.
Cool.
I just mapped it. Russia's 4,600 miles away, so it'd take you a little over an hour
Yeah, I'll get to Russia in an
Is
hour.
that to the border or is that to Moscow?
to Moscow from New York.
So I've got, of course, the comm link and the smartphone, a computer as well. I also have a spy camera, and my trusty blaster pistol, which I don't know if we can set Edward up with one of those. Asking the DM.
Yeah, you already did. You just didn't know it yet.
Okay, Cooper handled that. Nigel, my thanks to Nigel.
Anytime, Zach.
So then, on that note, you should probably update your character sheet with the blaster pistol, just so you know what you're working with. On
did.
Edward.
He has it.
Oh wow. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Dude, we're gonna be just
Rocking.
crushing. Yeah.
Rocking pistols.
Hopefully, we don't have to use them though. It sounds like we have a stealthy mission in Russia.
Yeah, I gave up my silenced pistol, which now I'm thinking, oh shoot, maybe I want that back.
Yeah, I mean, you can take it. This is fair. Fair trade.
That's actually a good point. I have like a light pistol as well. What would be like the modifier for making it silenced?
It's just, I believe it's suppressed or something. Subtle? That it?
You know what though? I mean, you know what is more silent than a gun?
A book.
A book. Like if we really need it to engage, and keep it silent. But
I'm imagining those signs at the library that says like "silence is golden."
oh my gosh.
Couldn't agree more.
Okay, so you guys, the equipment points. I'm gonna like cheese a little bit here. So if you want to add any equipment you want, it's gonna work like this. You can have it, but it's not going to be permanent like your equipment that you have now. I mean, the equipment you have is not really permanent, but the equipment you have now it's equipment because it's supposed to be easily replaceable. So that if you get your weapon or your comms destroyed, you could just like go back to base and pick up another one. The equipment that you choose to bring with you to Russia will not have that attribute. If you lose it or it gets destroyed, it will be gone unless you request more. You can request whatever you want as long as it's equipment. So the normally replaceable stuff, it's just not going to be replaceable. And you'll get set up in like a safe house that's been purchased under like civilian names nearby.
Do we have to spend anything to get this equipment?
No, it will be free.
Oh.
But you have space limits, so you can't take tanks and stuff, right?
Right. But for example, like I have typically I have a spy camera, right? But like, can that one be easily replaceable, or just bring a bunch of them with us?
The stuff that's already on your equipment, you can keep that. The stuff I'm talking about, new stuff you want to add.
I would like to add a listening device, like a
Is there
a telescope for the ears. Whatever you call those.
binoculars? No,
for
the ears. I don't know.
Audioculars.
I wanted to say a stethoscope, but that's like for listening to small things.
I know what you're talking about. It's the parabolic mics, right?
Oh, there you
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Parabolic mic. Sweet. Yeah, that.
Can I just take the sample utility belt? Sounds like it has a lot of cool stuff in it.
So you don't forget, because I forgot the entire time until I looked at your character sheet again. You have a flashbang.
Yeah, I know. I forgot about it too. That
Okay.
might have came in handy.
The whole utility belt is what you want? Let me see what's on that.
Oh, I should be looking at this page that was linked in chat. Gadgets and gear.
Tear gas,
I'm all like sitting here, like I don't know.
bolas, boomerangs, explosives, cutting torch, flashbangs, pepper spray.
Man, do you think we're gonna need a rocket launcher?
Yes.
From silencer necessary to rocket launcher preferred.
I mean, how much space does it take? Like maybe.
We could silence it too.
I will allow it. If you want to take in rockets, you can take in rockets. Your
Give us Gabe now,
your
bitches.
mandate is to determine what happened, and if he is dead, then you would leave. If he is alive, recover him. That
We wouldn't get revenge.
do not start an international incident.
That's not a bad idea though, just in case we needed to risk, I don't know, increasing the suspicion meter, but setting off an explosion with a timed bomb just to kind of create a diversion. I don't know, that might not be too bad.
It
Well,
might
my
just be
utility
there's
belt-
plastic explosives we can buy, and that might be better than a rocket launcher.
Well, my
there's-
utility belt has explosives.
Ooh.
But is there a timed one though? I mean,
I mean, it doesn't say timed
Yeah,
explosives.
you can make it timed. It's not. That's especially you because you got inventor stuff.
Yeah.
How about a
Silencer-
chainsaw?
I don't think I'm seeing this list.
The stealth chainsaw. It's in. There's sample utility belt. It's halfway down on the page. It shows gadgets.
Sniper rifle.
Ooh, a whip. That
It's a
sounds
lot of gun options, which is pretty.
Oh, I see.
A
Whatever.
taser's a silenced weapon that we could use.
However, let's do this. Let's keep it to 20 things maybe for space. If it's something really big, maybe it takes up 2 or 3 spots. But 20 things is what you get to bring.
That's
on
so
your-
many things.
I'd like to. I mean, I guess take a couple backup blasters. From Cooper Corp.
That is assumed because it's part of your character equipment.
Okay, cool. And I don't really care about any of the guns, that's for sure. But yeah, plastic explosive. I think we definitely need to take that, guys, just in case.
There's a need. I mean, you never know.
Oh, I was gonna say that the tear gas grenade. If we can also have like masks, just in case, that could be good.
Tear gas or sleeping gas. Sleep gas knocks people out.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Smoke.
that's all that is in the sample utility belt.
Do you want like the sample utility rate is not one thing; it's like 8 things.
It's all those things. That's it's an example of the utility belt.
It's 10 things.
Okay. Do you want to bring all 10 things? That is half of what your budget
Whoa! Is it 20 per person or 20 total?
total.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's 4 of you, so 5 each if you want.
I don't know. This chainmail's looking pretty good.
Would
I
my
almost want to just get 2 sample utility belts.
That's the whole budget then.
you just put them across your shoulders so like they create an X pattern, like a bandolier?
Yeah, right?
Put 2 sets of power knuckles on one hand. Yeah. Gun in the
Exactly.
other.
I think I already have.
Why not
pepper
2
spray,
guns?
But I mean, you can't ever have too much pepper spray. Just spray everybody in the eyes, and they can't do a.
There's pepper in your eyes.
So you got listening device, and I have Semtex. What else? Do you want? I can add the whole utility belt if you want.
Battle suits.
What? Stealth suit?
Battle suits.
That's like Iron Man armor.
Oh, gotcha.
Does
That
that
is
even
not-
count?
So I will say. So I have to explain a little bit about the different types of like equipment in this game. So there's 2. There's technically 3, but I'll go over 2 different types of like technology or equipment. So one of them is just called equipment. It's what you have. It's your guns, your comms, your laptops, your smartphones, whatever. That's equipment. Equipment is supposed to be stuff. And remember, you can trade 1 power point for 5 points of equipment. So you get a lot of equipment for just a little bit of points. And it's supposed to be easily replaceable. So like pistols or not, like something that you could pick up in America pretty much anywhere. But all of the stuff in equipment is supposed to be like if it gets destroyed, whatever, you'll have another one back at base. You'll have another. It's easy to replace. That's the like core concept of equipment.
You just
There
go
is
to
other-
the quartermaster.
There's another category called devices, and those are things that are specific to your hero, and they take more. Like you don't. It's not the same conversion between points if you get a device versus if you get equipment. Equipment is more like a weakened power. So think of Iron Man's suit. It is a power, and it has the flaw removable because if he takes off the suit, it doesn't have the power anymore. It's basically a power set, and devices are different from equipment because they are specific to the hero and they're not easily replaceable. So there is battle suits in this world, but it would be a device, and you'd have to spend your points on it. You cannot get battle suits.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
So I had a question. I was thinking on behalf of Jade because I see these power knuckles here, and I'm just wondering, like, I know Jade has the chain. I'm just wondering if maybe something like the power knuckles would be like a weapon that would increase her damage without hindering her ability to hit. I don't know.
It can't. I don't know her stats right now. I can look it up. But as long as it does not exceed the to hit plus damage cap of the power level of the campaign, it's perfectly fine. She can have whatever.
Yeah, I was just thinking because she does a lot of like physically hitting opponents, and I was just thinking, well, that sounds like something that could just boost her damage, just like a net gain.
Well, it says damage 4.
Right. So I'm wondering if that would like do more damage than you just hitting them with your raw fist, since it's strength based. It would make sense. Why not increase your damage if you could?
Yeah, that's why I was thinking the utility belt, because it came with so many things that.
But keep in mind, everything that you get, since it's free, it's going to be one-time use. So
Yeah, so you're saying like the tear gas pellets? It says like, I only get one of those.
yes, unless you want to call in like additional to increase your suspicion.
Call in a supply drop after you get like a 4-player kill streak.
Exactly. You might get AC 130.
Yeah, that's hard though.
Okay.
I like the idea of like doing like sleep darts or something as well. I don't know if we want to do like just specifically gas. Maybe we want to do like darts instead of like a gas in case we need to take out like individual people rather than room of people. Or if we're out in the open and we can't deploy a gas weapon.
Also, interestingly, there's such a thing as a stun gun. How does that work? Like, does it work on difficult enemies?
That's a real thing, like a taser.
Yeah, but like, how does it affect like enemies of greater strength? Right? Like, if I use the stun gun, like, what's my like chance to hit or chance that the affliction actually holds? Like, what do I roll on that?
I understand what you're asking. Mechanically, how does it work?
Yeah.
Afflictions are like damage effects. I think I explained how damage works, but basically, when you do a damage attack, when you do a punch or a kick or a power that hurts people, you'll add 15 to the rank of it, and that will be the DC on beating it. Afflictions, on the other hand, it does the same thing, so you add to the rank of the affliction, instead of adding 15, you add 10, but the pro is that you usually have an alternate resistance against, it's not usually toughness. So for the stun gun, it would be fortitude. So you'd be rolling against fortitude, but you only add 10 instead of 15. So for the stun gun, they say it's affliction 5, so 5 plus 15 is, or 5 plus 10 is 15. So you'd be rolling 15 against their fortitude. Or it wouldn't be a roll. You'd roll to hit, and then the damage would be 15. They'd have to beat 15 on rolling their fortitude.
So someone who's pretty strong can resist it.
It's fortitude. It's not toughness. So their toughness could be really high, and their fortitude could be really low.
Yeah, so like my fortitude is 4.
Fortitude is just another form of defense. So
Yes.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Not normally built up as much.
Yeah. Fortitude is like the alternate resistance.
Or 8, sorry. Yeah, I have a fortitude of 8. So if in the case where it's like a 15, that would be 7. So 7 or less on the die, and I'd get stunned. 8 or more, and I'd be fine. So it's close to like a 50-50 of someone on my power level.
You guys are all the same power level.
Yeah, right.
I'm better than you.
That's what they want to think.
Is this everything like on this list here? Or,
No. This is just examples. If you can think of something that falls into the category of, I will tell you if it's like actually a device, if it's too powerful to be equipment.
Okay, so we got more than just what's on here then.
Yeah, whatever you can think of.
let's definitely put down the listening device.
And Semtex. Those are the two I have.
I want sleeping darts.
Okay.
Even if we don't have a method of shooting them at people, I can shoot them at people.
Throw them.
Yes. Aggressively. Do you have tomahawks?
Hmm.
Bringing Semtex. Sorry, I was going back to Call of Duty. Apologies.
Yeah. That's the missile.
Do we want scuba gear or a rebreather?
That's the second time that question has been answered
Alright.
or asked. Why is that a thing we're going to be scuba diving in Russia? Do you know where? It's going to be cold.
I'm gonna do it.
All right. Seriously, you want what?
No. Well, I think explosives would be good.
We already got explosives.
Tear gas.
Handheld, like not the Semtex. She wants like to be able to throw a grenade or some shit.
Grenades, okay.
We need
Tear
a
gas.
multi-tool or a GPS.
Like the sleep gas pellets.
Sleep gas.
That's
Okay.
what it says. Sleep gas pellets.
Maybe like sleep gas canisters instead of pellets, like a sleep.
I know what you mean. It's
Yeah,
you want the larger range.
yeah, like an AOE cloud effect.
I think they said pellet because they had to fit in a utility belt, but I bet you it'd be the same effect.
Like Batman pellets.
Yeah, exactly.
Do we want to do the stun gun?
No, I
Okay.
don't think so. I don't think we should, based on how it works. I don't think I'm worried about that. I think sleep is fine.
Zip lines, or
Ooh.
like a high tensile rope.
Rope and a grappling hook or something? I don't, well,
Like a
you can manipulate gravity, though. What do we need to climb? You can just lift us
No,
up.
not necessarily crime, but like, what if we need to like restrain somebody, like
I have
with
I
their?
have restraints on my
Yeah,
character
okay,
sheet.
I guess you're right. Yeah, we
I
do have that.
have, just so everybody knows what I have. I have a bulletproof vest. I have a comms link. I have a smartphone. I have restraints, and now I have a blaster pistol.
So can we also just take some sedatives so that if we do want to take somebody, we can keep them sedated until we. I'm imagining we'll have like a small base of operations when we're there.
Can we take like a certain amount of ketamine with us so we can just keep injecting them with it?
That's what I mean. Yeah, exactly.
Or ourselves if we get bored.
Like if we need to capture like a hero with powers, like if we beat him down to the point where we can sedate him and then keep him.
Oh, medical kits. Like, what if we find Greg's all messed up, or not Greg, Gabe? What if we
will,
find Gabe and Gabe's all messed up?
I will give you one better on that. Andrea has some potions that you can help.
Yeah,
Okay.
we've been working on them at Cooper Corp, so we'll bring those with us.
So maybe that's like what the sleeping sedative, like the sedative is like an Andrea thing, or is that like just an off the shelf NyQuil?
I mean, she
'Cause I
can.
think,
She's
like,
been working on it for years at these points. I
my
would even
thoughts
say
is
decades.
wouldn't the fortitude check against an Andrea derived sedative versus a store bought over counter sedative be better?
I don't think it would be an over the counter sedative. That you're
You know.
literally a government agency. You'd probably get the good stuff.
I don't know what they're giving us. Some generic
What is that?
brand NyQuil, you know? I don't know.
NyQuil. It's not even on brand. This is what, good value. No.
If we're trying to be incognito, we could get a sniper rifle.
Okay. We
Incognito.
don't need a sniper rifle. Calm down. But actually, genuinely, I don't think we need a sniper rifle because my gravity shot is genuinely like pretty decent.
What's the range?
That's a great question.
The sniper rifle's not too bad because I have a really good shooting guns ability.
What's your shooting guns?
Like plus 11 or something. I don't know.
Damn,
Like,
we're higher than mine.
crazy. Yeah, I know. It's something like that. I think it's just plus 11. I don't know.
Listing devices: Semtex, sleeping darts, grenades, sleeping gas canisters, sedatives, and meds from Andrea.
Meds from Andrea also, yeah, and sleeping from Andrea.
Flamethrower.
Do we need
Warm rush up.
Oh no, my shooting guns is only plus 8. Okay, never mind. It's plus 8. But
my thought is like, do we need like full bug out bag gear? Like, do we need like spare? Like, do we need to account for like spare clothes or suits or whatever, or is that too?
I won't have to spend points on clothes, unless it's like special camouflage clothes or something.
Unless it's like an extra bat suit. Got it.
yeah, we can just go to a store and buy clothes while we're there.
Yeah, especially you, right?
Well, other than getting recognized, like, why is Zach Cooper over here in Russia?
A drone?
Oh, that's kind of a fun idea. Little spy drone.
Assuming you mean a like not predator.
Not a U.S. military drone. I'm talking like
No, nope,
hobbyist drone.
Change my mind. We want a Reaper.
Yeah,
So just a little
a stealth drone or reconnaissance drone. Maybe not
like a
something that's
little
huge,
controlled
but
by your phone type.
Yeah,
How about night vision goggles? We should definitely.
that does sound like a good idea.
yeah, I like that. Night vision. Now, is that night vision for all of us? So would that be 4
No.
equipment slots,
Ooh, I see what you mean.
or how does that work for the point allocation?
Yeah, this is one set of night vision goggles.
Okay.
Oh, as in, like, one of us can use it.
Yes.
Mhm.
No.
So maybe 2 or 3.
That's kind of
Or all
ridiculous. Wait. So what's our tally right now? What do we got? Like 10 items?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9.
We could do 4 points. If we've got 20, I think 4 sets of night vision is worth it.
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay.
Or you could do more sleep gas canisters or
I was-
darts.
Just gonna say, I think we should also take more healing. Healing and sleep.
The
Dark
healing, I'm assuming, is not just like one, right?
I'll give you 1 each because the meds are relatively small. So 1 each. For every 1 point, you get 4.
Okay. Well, in that case, we'll put 2 points into that and have a total of 8.
Okay, 2 each.
I would say 2 each. Eight of each sedative, sleep, health.
I can heal you, but I was just thinking, like you were saying, like we might need it for other people that we work with.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm trying to consider what shape is Greg gonna be in. I keep saying Gabe. Where's Gabe gonna be? How are we extracting him? What do we need to do to stabilize worst case scenario for extraction?
You literally have no details as to this, so
I know. That's why I'm trying to think of all the situation. Maybe we do need scuba gear. I don't know.
Maybe we do need a crossbow.
So the underwater Russian base is.
I'm gonna take a multi-tool. I don't know why I don't just have that on my character all the time.
Like a Swiss Army knife.
A Leatherman.
A Leatherman. Thank you. That's what I was trying to think of.
It also does wire cutting and stuff like that.
One of the tools was like a lock breaker tool. I forget what it was called.
I'm really good at lock picking too, so if we had a device that was added to that might be cool.
True that. She is a thief.
Worst case scenario, if we were to need to extract, I feel like some of my gravity powers would be able to just explode a gate.
But what if we needed to?
But we're
get in
trying
more
to be
quiet?
incognito.
If we're doing incognito, then we would use Jade and her lock picking.
Well, do you not have lockpicks or something to that effect, Jade?
No.
She does not, but she has improvised tools as one of her advantages. So she doesn't need that.
Oh, is improvised
wanted-
tools good enough, or can we give her an advantage on her lockpicking?
Do we want to actually take lock picking set with us?
If you wanted to improve her advantage, yeah, you could.
Yes.
Let's take a
Let's
thieves
give
set.
her a nice advanced, lockpicking set so that she has advantage on that.
So is that considered sleight of hand? Because my sleight of hand is +8.
Yeah, and then you'll get a circumstance bonus on top of your sleight of hand.
How does it work in this game? Is it like classic where if you have advantage, you roll twice and take the better of the rolls?
No, it's not advantage, it's circumstance, but you just add to your. This game doesn't have standard advantage. You don't roll twice. Luck is the only thing you'd roll twice.
Okay.
Do we want to say we would need a translator?
I was wondering if you guys were gonna ask about that.
Sunny. We need a mini Sunny module to take with us.
Yeah, like a little
That's
Sunny
a good point.
earpiece.
Hadn't thought about the idea. None of us speak Russian.
A Bluetooth Sunny.
Okay, that is available actually.
That's not gonna cost a point, is it?
Yes.
Oh, what?
I would say whatever
wait,
we
wait.
need
Okay,
to
let
have
me-
a connection.
All right.
Here, I'm gonna break this part. The Sunny part, you can have that for free. The translator part is not free.
Wouldn't Sunny be able to translate it?
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, but Sunny is not stealthy.
So we need the device.
If you want a in your ear translator, that will be separate. If
We
you
should
want
all have
Sunny
that.
If you want Sunny
Yeah.
to translate something on TV or something.
Okay, and so would we also have the ability to say have an uplink module where we could plug Sunny into a computer and be like, Sunny, extract the data?
I thought of this, and you can do that, but it will increase suspicion.
I've got that equipment already on me.
Any transmissions will increase suspicion.
What if we just keep it incognito with a little USB drive, little rubber ducky,
As long as you're not transmitting, it's okay.
Okay. So dumb drives, just
Yeah.
stuff that is built to extract data or disarm security systems.
Yeah. If
Do we have
access
something like that?
the internet, there's a chance you'll get traced, so you increase suspicion.
What about a security EMP? Do we have little EMP devices? Is that too crazy?
No,
EMPs.
That should be good, but where are we at on the... I feel like we're...
We're probably getting there.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then EMPs makes 13.
Yeah, but did we get the night vision goggles, the healing, and the in-ear translators?
Not the translators.
I feel like between all of that, we've got 10 points right there.
Did you want night vision each?
Yes.
Maybe
And then we-
cut things if it gets too busy.
And we doubled up on the healing, sedatives, and sleeping.
Yeah, that's 10 points right there between healing, night vision, and in-ear translator heals.
Without the extra sedatives and sleeping gas, you're at 20.
Okay. I'm okay with
Anything
that.
you want to dump, or you could dump one set of meds because literally Zach can heal people.
Yeah, it's true.
But it'd be nice to, like, each of us have 2 things of meds on us in case the party gets separated. And we don't need to rely on Zach's miracle magic.
Oh man.
They're not like senzu beans.
Senzu bean.
Yeah.
Why not?
That would be ridiculously powerful. They're like morphine, I guess would be a better way to put it. Painkillers. But they're a little bit better than that. But
So it's a liquefied sensu bean. Got it.
yeah, but I mean they're not gonna like magically heal up all your wounds in a second.
Mm-hmm.
You get like a little bit of
Are they addictive?
Of course not.
Callum's in the corner
have
just
it for me.
injecting.
We'll drop one of the sets of meds then.
For what? Sedatives? For sleeping gas?
Can you tally us what? I'm not sure. Like,
So you got one listening device, one Semtex, one sleeping dart, one grenade, one sleeping gas canister, one sedative, 8 meds, a recon drone, 4 night vision goggles, a multi-tool, a lockpick set, an EMP device, and 4 translators.
wow, guys, that one sleeping dart. That's gonna win the game.
Yeah, so are we saying it's like 1 sleeping dart per point, or are we saying like, because with the meds it was 4 meds for 1 point?
Yeah. Yep, 1 sleeping dart.
Oh boy.
The meds are so they will remove the one worst condition and be gone. So you can only use it once, and it will remove the single worst condition that person who uses it.
How effective are we saying these tranquilizers are going to be?
You are talking about the sedatives, or are you talking about the sleeping dart?
Por qué no los dos?
Both of them.
Did you?
Yes.
He spoke in Spanish. He said, "Why not both?" Like the little girl from the commercial.
I was looking for them on the list. Okay, so I'm guessing. Well, it's going to be similar to the pellets. So it has affliction resisted by fortitude and cumulative. Interesting. So yeah, it's an affliction rank 4. Actually, I'll do it since it's more concentrated than the gas. We'll do rank 6. So it's a rank 6 affliction.
Okay.
And the gas is a rank 4 affliction, but it's a cloud. So less effective, but hits a group.
I don't know how you guys feeling with that set.
And you have 1 left, so if you...
Maybe just a second dart. I don't know. I feel like just the 1 is maybe not going to be enough. Or maybe like another like canister, like a pellet. Are we saying darts or pellets? Are we saying like multiple people or singular people?
You have 1 of both.
Yeah, what's the group feeling? Do we want to have the ability to knock out more specific people, or like a group of people?
Yeah, it's tough. I don't know what we're gonna run into. I mean, it seems to me like it might be good to have like a singular one, especially because it's actually like it's a affliction 6, so it has a better chance to hit. Also, like if we put him to sleep, I mean, we can't damage him after that, right?
You definitely can. What do you mean?
Oh, I'm just wondering, like, if that effect goes away as we damage them or not.
If we hit him, does it wake him up? You mean?
Yeah.
I don't think it's a magical composure. I mean, this is like a drug, you know, like I mean, you go to the doctors, you get put under, they do operation on your brain, you don't wake up.
Okay, cool.
It may not be that
It's
strong,
an
but
affliction, and the 3rd degree of failure is asleep. So if they do not hit 3 degrees of failures, they will not be asleep. They may just be exhausted.
that'd be a pretty high fortitude check. So I mean, and even exhausted would give us a benefit, if we had to come to blows. So I'm kind of okay with just doing a double up on the area sleep, because even if it's not like used for stealth, combat effective wise, I feel like it would even have it too.
I see what you're saying.
We didn't take any gas masks to protect us from that.
That's fair, but you know, just be careful with it. Don't pull the pins.
We throw it away from us.
Yeah.
So you have a grenade and Semtech.
It might be good if we were to like use it to escape, I guess.
Your loud things are grenade Semtex, and I think everything else is quiet.
There's probably like all kinds of things that we'll think of later. We'll have to like change this list.
That you can call in support. It's just your suspicion will start out at 0.
Yeah, do we want to not actually have the grenade if we want to try to be more incognito?
Incognitus.
I
feel
like explosives,
Ooh.
but
Ooh, how about thermite? And that sounds
no.
crazy, but it is a quiet and destructive method. So, we could still penetrate, barred locks and stuff, but it wouldn't be boomy, it would be melty. But I mean, I feel like maybe the multi-tool would handle anything that thermite would handle. I don't know. Shrug.
I feel like that's a big
leap.
overestimation of the skill.
Wait, do your guys' multi-tools not come with thermite? Mine always do.
Yeah, do you guys not have a super high intensity laser that gets to, absolute Kelvin? 1,000 Kelvin? So no grenade or semtex?
what if we trade the grenade for like a stun gun?
Let's
feel
keep
like-
the Semtex.
Okay, so grenade to stun gun.
Yeah, because it's quieter and might be able to knock somebody out quietly.
Yeah, Jade, you can teleport, can't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, let's just give you a taser and you can just be like, hey, how you doing, Bep?
Hey, it's nap time.
Yeah, I swapped grenade for stun gun.
That sounds probably better. We want to be quiet.
Yeah, great ideas.
So all of these are destructible, and if they are, once they get destroyed, they do not come back. Is there anything else you guys have question-wise, or
What was the name of the agent of SCS that we're meeting?
SZS.
I haven't told you yet?
Okay,
Yeah, ZS.
ZS, cool. I keep saying C.
The says.
And then, do we have visual confirmation of what this agent looks like, or are we being, that way we know the name of the person and what they look like?
Yeah, it's available. So you know what you have a photograph of his face, so you get to know what he looks like.
Look at this from
His name is Tomislav.
Tomislav?
Yeah,
Okay.
Tomislav. That's his first name.
Is he from Barovia?
Of course, Barovia. I didn't remember the name of the place, so sure, yes, Barovia.
Tomislav Gaborchik.
It was time to bring back Tomislav.
Yeah.
Is this someone we know of, or
no.
they know of?
No, just
No.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a character in a D&D session that I played. I was Tomislav. I need some characters. I need some Russian name generators here. Did Tomislav have a last name? I don't remember.
Gaborchik.
I don't even know where to look. Russian name generator. Male.
Korb.
Generate. His last name is Borisov.
Borisov.
I am Borisov.
I am Borisov.
Tomislav Borisov. God.
I love that. I love that.
Very Russian.
Great.
Okay. Let's
What's his middle name?
obviously Zakharov.
There we go.
Tomislav Zakharov Borikov. I love it.
All
Borisov.
of these names end in OV. All of the generated names. Every single one. Oh, there's one that doesn't. That one ends in EV. Kislev. I'm going to keep this page open because I have a feeling I'm going to need it. Okay, so you're meeting Tomislav in Russia. He is the undercover agent, and he's been working for the FSB and as a double agent for Phi. Anything else before you go? 'Cause you don't get to come back.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. I mean, as someone who travels 4,000 miles an hour, can I not come back?
That's a fair point.
I don't want to break the game, and I will not push the issue.
You
But
can come back, but you can't go and get things. How about that?
that's fair.
You don't get to be courier.
No courier services, but I could at least be an information broker.
I'll say that if you do that, you will not guaranteed get suspicion, but you have a chance of getting suspicion.
Oh yeah, I'm a big sonic boom boy.
Yeah.
Just hey, you guys want something? Alright, cool.
I'm tired of this borscht.
Yeah, I'll be back in an hour
So,
and a half.
I have a question. Is it just implied as a part of your superpower that you can survive traveling at that speed? Like, is your skin especially tough because the friction you would have with the air traveling at that speed, or
That
Because
is
of the
actually in the rulebook. In the rulebook, it even says it is implied that by the power, you have the strength to use the power.
Yeah, the way my power works is it is actually a gravity bubble. that is around me.
Okay.
So
So there's friction on the bubble, but not on your skin.
yeah, so like you would see like an opaque
So you're
egg
like a
shape.
meteor streaking across the sky.
Wait, whoa. How does this affect? Can you like stop bullets that are you just immune to that?
That would be associated to my separate power that is they're both linked. I can either have a shell of gravity around my persons that is increasing my toughness, or I can focus and extend that shell of gravity to encompass a greater sphere of me, and that provides me the ability to fly. But I can't be tough and fly at the same time. It's one or the other.
What happens if you like hug someone?
It would be they would feel an interesting sensation. Because it would be like part of them is inside and outside of the gravitational field at the same time.
Accidentally stop hearts. Don't hug old people.
It is in the backstory. The reason why Callum left his family at puberty is because he couldn't be around people until he understood his powers better.
Mm.
He just wanted a hug.
Yeah.
I'm so lonely.
Gravity is lonely.
Okay, so to Russia. Sounds like
To Russia!
Okay, and you have access to wireless, or I shouldn't say wireless, disconnected Sunny. So that is a source you have.
Did we write that down? What would we call that? Or is that just separate?
Like you have a app on your phone, I guess. It's
I'm gonna call it Pocket Sunny.
Can we say that the application icon on the phone is actually just like the Teletubbies baby's face in the sun?
There you go. I just need you to make it now, and we'll have it later.
yeah. Me and my friends used to love that baby. It was like favorite part. We'd like all like cheer when it came on. Let me rephrase. It's not going to be an app on your phone. It's going to be a separate device because Sunny is too big to fit on a phone, a normal phone. There we go, Sunny. It will be a separate device, and you only have one. So there's not. You won't each have. So there'll be like a central device.
I'm gonna say probably Zach is holding it since he's the tech guy.
Yeah, that works.
You'll think more. Do you guys ever play Perfect Dark?
Mm-hmm.
The Dr. Carol, I think its name was, the little laptop thing that flies around, like that. So it's a semi-sentient device, semi-sentient laptop that will help you out.
I like that.
It can't fly, so you are taken to Russia and you land in a secret like airfield. You have to evacuate the area very quickly because you don't want to get caught.
Oh, we're just not going through customs or nothing?
No customs. No, you are stealthing your way in there. You're not even any official documents that you're there. They have like fake passports and stuff for you when you arrive. They have a car waiting when you get there. It's your handler. No, you're the handlers. Your asset inside. Tomislav motions you all to get in the car, and he starts driving you to your safe house. Is there anything you want to ask Tomislav when he picks you up?
Has there been any news on Gabe?
Crystal arm guy.
Yes, your friend. So I don't have exactly information relating to him, but there has been increased activity in the FSB, and by extension, the SCS is more rampant than usual. So I think they may have your friend. Although I don't have many of the details, my clearance is not good enough.
Is there anyone that you can direct us to that may have clearance to the FSB? Or is he's our inside mole operative, so I'm assuming probably not. Since that's a separate org,
Ryan's the only
FSB is? Okay.
At least that I know of. I don't know what your government does.
Neither do we.
That might be my fault. What is going on? He takes you to the safe house, unloads your equipment.
Maybe he gives us a rundown of the area of where like certain main bases or like the FSB headquarters, or maybe if they have like separate detention centers where they might hold prisoners.
He says, a lot of the information that you probably seek is in FSB headquarters. It is located here. He points to a map on the location of the building. The building itself takes up basically a whole city block. It kind of looks like a hospital from the overhead view that you have.
Did you actually look up what the headquarters of the FSB looks
I
like?
did look up the SSB. Yeah. It has a helipad on the roof.
Post it in the channel if you got a picture.
I didn't download a picture, but
That's
How
fine.
about I'm going to share my screen. If anyone would like, you can just join the stream.
yes, that is the FSB headquarters, the Lubyanka building. This building, it basically takes up the entire city block. It has been upgraded several times, so you're getting the original. This view is the side from what it used to look like. If you look at it from the other direction, it looks a little bit more modern, like the opposite side of this building. It housed the KGB back in the day. The first floor actually used to be a prison.
Joe Jesus.
It's a cafeteria now. The prison or the gulag is now a cafeteria. You get your coffee in the place where people used to be tortured. Great. He says this is the location that they will likely have. I should probably do it in the character. The location of your intel will be somewhere within the director's office. It might be available for maybe one of the lieutenants has it. This is generally a secured facility, so that information will definitely be available at the director's office. There may be a select few who have access to it outside of the director. I'm losing my accent. This is your target for your intel. And then he says, there's some other important intel that I have for you. It involves some of the operatives that you'll be facing. There are many powered individuals in SES. They operate very differently than Phi. The downside is that I will not be able to tell you who is available when. You may have to put surveillance on them to determine who is in the building and who is not. I have their name, and I have what is available and knowledge for their power set.
Okay, so Callum, you have those trackers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And when you say operatives, Tomislav, I mean, we were talking like you know of a handful, or they're like many?
I have the 8 leaders.
8. There are 8.
There are 8 operatives that lead the power division within this building.
Are you guys ready to play Mega Man? We got some bosses to defeat.
I remember Mega Man. Very good game.
Yeah, go ahead. Please tell us more, Tomislav.
Vekla Orva.
Actually, yeah, let's make sure we get this information to Sunny.
How about we do this that way? He
Here,
has
I'm gonna
already
hand you this
emailed
little device.
information to Sunny because Sunny's voice is a lot easier for me to do, and it can integrate with the code name system, so it should be easier for you to remember.
Hey, Sunny, you just got a file. Can you read it out to us?
Of course.
I man.
Yeah, I got all 8 based on Tomislav's intel. I'm assuming you'd like me to go through each of the individuals.
Yes.
Number 1, her name is Vekla Orlova. She has extensive training in martial arts. Her power set involves enhanced speed and strength, as well as a vice-like grip.
That sounds like Jade. Like you have a rival, Jade.
I'll be able to take her out, no prob.
She has been known to strangle opponents to death.
Oh,
Nice.
Nickname Boa. Codename Boa, that's the word. Number 2, Dietrich
word.
Huber. He's actually a German individual. SCS has recruited him, and he became one of their top lieutenants. His power is somewhat unknown, but it seems to involve blinding his opponents. And it's fitting for him because he is also blind. He has some type of power that may influence the strength of his opponents too. Intel suggests that keep your distance from him. Codename Void.
Cool. Love it.
Yuri Nikitin. His ability involves shapeshifting, but not to the extent of imitating objects. It's more of a replicating faces power.
so his head changes?
Yeah, just think Mystique, but not weird and blue.
Can he shapeshift into non-humanoids?
No.
That'd be a weird experience.
Yeah, no, just humans. Although, he does have some ability to extend his skin into non-human-like shapes. But he is limited by his bone structure.
Okay.
Codename Morph.
Nice.
Next up, Dima Baranov. He has the ability to create complex illusions. The majority of the people that he has impacted have gone crazy or ended up in mental asylums. I guess that's kind of crazy. That's redundant.
So she's has like a psychic attack kind of thing.
Yes. Codename Mirage.
Not just an illusionist, but does psychic attacks kind of thing.
Yeah, but I'm just putting in what I think Callum would write down in his little book.
No, I'm adding to it. I'm just talking out loud. Yeah.
Next, Pyotr Sorkin.
So do you, Ken.
Yeah. Sorkin. He is a beast of a man. Oh, I forgot your character, man. I'm Sonny. I forgot. He's a outstandingly tough individual. He's very tall and very strong. He has known to crush his opponents with just his bare hands. Codename Mountain.
So how's he different from that other lady then, who also crushes people?
If you're talking about Fekla, she is not crushing people to death with her hands. She is suffocating them.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel like hers is more of a constriction, and the boa. Pyotr Sorkin is more
You
like
can call him Peter.
Like Hulk.
he takes your human body and condenses it down.
Actually,
in that
turns you
sort of
into
way.
a tiny little diamond.
Yes.
Next is Slava Zukov, codename Perillos. Named after... Actually, I'm not even going to go into that. Slava Zukov has the power to remotely cause pain.
So she's like one of those mean women on Twitter or something like that, or
Avid Twitter user, got it.
Is Slava not doing like psychic attacks like Dima?
Some would consider it a psychic attack. The pain has various degrees. It can range from a unwanted itch to the agony of being on fire.
Is it a physical manifestation in the pain, or is it all psychosomatic?
There have been varying degrees that report this.
Mm.
Some people think only in your head. Some people think it's in your body. No conclusive.
Codename?
Perillos.
Um.
Perillos. Named
Sonny.
after
Oh, I was gonna say, what'd you name that after?
Perillos. Perillos
Damn it, Sonny.
was a famous studier of pain, known for, in fact, torturing some of the research.
Oh, the Brazen Bull guy. Yeah, that's good. Love it.
Yeah.
The king that asked the person to create the torture device of the bronze bull, and then
the brazen bull. Oh, okay. I thought you said
and
the
then,
brains in bowls. No, the brazen bull. Holy fudge! Yeah, that dude's a monster.
yeah, dude invented it and then locked him in it. Good guy.
Next, Yevgenia Pavlova. Her power is very fire-based. She's been known to catch on fire and... God, I love it. Pavlova. Can't even finish. Okay. Future Luke here. To explain what is happening here, Alex is taking notes and basically freestyling the spelling of the Russian names that I've been going through. He spelled Pavlova, Pobbbbbbblova. So, kind of caught me off guard a little bit. She catches on fire and is known to burn herself and her opponents down to a skeleton. Unfortunately for her opponents, she comes back from it, and they do not.
Is she gonna be codenamed Phoenix?
Codename Bonfire.
Ah, damn it.
Code word dirtbag.
From these reports, from these reports, it indicates that her skin is still intact. It's just becoming translucent. She is not actually taking damage from her own fire. She's not burning to her own skeleton.
That's way less interesting.
Interesting.
Please, Sonny, please add a special note that she's boring.
Yeah, we wanted the real thing.
Yevgenia, boring.
There you go. Or at least her power. Yeah, it's her power that's boring.
Now, question, Sonny.
It could be both.
Does she retain all of her clothing afterwards, or is it?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
is she hot when she's naked? Is it?
Yeah, is she hot? How smoking is she?
Oh my god.
That's stupid.
Early reports indicate that she burned down several buildings and walked out naked, and then burned out people who catcalled her.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Since Russia has developed suits similar to your suits, allowing power users to not destroy their own clothing. And lastly, the one that you've actually heard of before, Anastasia Rostova. She has a resurrection power similar to Zach.
Oh, she was on the list.
Was she though?
I probably didn't. Yeah, Russian agent number 5 on the list from last session.
Yep.
I didn't catch all those names, by the way, in the last list. So if anyone had 6, 8, or 9, I didn't get those names. I just kind of.
No, they didn't have names.
Maybe that's what it was. Yeah.
Redacted.
Yeah, redacted. Also, Sunny, what else is going on with Anastasia besides her resurrection power? Do we know?
Unknown.
So the information that we received from Tomislav had no other information on her.
No. Although she had been known in the past to use techniques involving, I would call this with anyone else a suicide bomber, but with her, it's more just a bomb. So her techniques usually involved bombing that would kill the user, but since she's immortal, it would just kill everyone else.
Okay. So she has probably a relatively fast resurrection power then. I don't know how
I
her
don't
body
know.
gets put back together, but you know.
For all the cool anime fans out there, Poor Man's Rose, Hunter x Hunter. It's immediate what I thought of.
Codename Persist.
Persist.
These are the intel of the operatives placed within leadership positions within the SCS.
Do we have any current known whereabouts of any of those agents?
I'm unable to access security cameras in this area.
Do we know the internal power hierarchy? Is it what you provided, like 1 through 8, or is there a different structure we're unaware of?
Tomislav steps in and says, similar to your Phi organization, each of these operate at a high director level and have teams that they can dispatch to different areas. Sometimes they work together, sometimes they do not.
So they're their own gym leaders. Got it. We gotta go Pokemon-esque these guys and take them out one at a time.
I don't know if we're gonna be taking anyone out, Callum. I think we're just trying to get some information here. We gotta figure out what's up with our Crystal Shoulders guy, Gabe.
They often spend time in the FSB portion of the building, so you may run into some of them. And he provides you with sometimes good quality, sometimes bad quality picture of each of them. So you have images of all of them, just some are better than others.
Okay, so it sounds like we've got the rundown on what powers might be at stake if we go, or as we investigate the FSB. That's where our intel's gonna be. Tomislav, do you think this intel is something that we need to extract from a person or something that would be recorded somewhere at the FSB?
This level of info, we would never stoop to storing this digitally. It'll always be hard copy. There are several locations in the building that will have this stored. None of them easy to access from the outside.
And so you think that this is the information that we might, or that we need to find our colleague Gabe?
Yes. This information will will provide all of the intel you need to see what happens to prisoners. You'll get to see details about FSB operation. Everything you may want to know. FSB has been working on, or SCS.
And so let's just take a step back just to kind of clarify the mission here. We are on behalf of why am I forgetting his name?
Gabe.
No, not, is it Jeff? Was it who?
Jeff?
Yeah, Jeff. Jeff sent us.
Yeah.
Jeff initially sent us, and our mission was twofold, right? Like, obviously they have Gabe, but there's something more important for us to also discover.
If there's, so are you asking, is that a question?
Yeah. Just kind of clarifying the mission before we got here, because I was kind of thinking back to last session.
Your mission was to rescue Gabe if he is still alive, and if he is, I mean, regardless of if he's alive or not, your mission is to figure out why he was captured, why he was taken.
Okay.
Yeah, like any details about why Russia might be taking Howard people.
But Gabe is the only one we know that has been taken, and so Gabe
True.
is the first lead to us going to Russia.
Yes. There had been reports of other powered people going missing, but none like raised alarms like Gabe did. None of the other people that were reported missing were at Phi. None of them were other super Phi people. Agents, that's the word.
Okay, cool. Great. What are we up to next, guys? We just got all this intel.
Your next step is to choose your method of collecting this data. I can give you the location of each of the places this is probably stored within the building, and then you'll need to get it. You can use my help. You can launch a rocket right into the side and take it. I don't care.
Whoa!
I don't think we're gonna do the second
Maybe
one.
Tommy Slav should be left at home. I don't know if I trust him around Semtex. I don't know. Also,
You have
like, I
anything
guess
like
a good conversation starter. Maybe everyone steps aside from Tommy Slav. Do we trust him? Like, yeah, we're here, we're talking to him, but like, do we trust him? We don't know what happened to Gabe.
Yeah, well, Jeff set us up with Tomislav, so I'm okay with trusting him for now. But I mean, I don't know what reservations. Yeah.
We could roll for perception.
No, I mean, we're here. I think we can trust him, but
I would say maybe we find where the closest person is, and then start or the closest base is, and then start a reconnaissance from there.
well, it sounds like it's all in the FSB, so it's a matter of like what room it's in, right?
Yes, it's in the building.
Yeah.
Tomislav points out there are two potential. Okay, I have to describe the building a little bit. So the building is kind of figure 8 shaped, I guess you could call it. Digital figure 8 where it's blocky. I think it's 7 or 8 stories tall. It looks about that anyway. There are 2 locations on the top floor that may contain that details. One of them is the director's office. Also, this is all made up. I could not find any details about the headquarters of the FSB.
I wonder why that is.
Yeah, I wonder. Me too.
Be careful what you look up.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. We're good.
You're on a list now, Luke.
Yeah, I didn't actually search it, so I was like, yeah, there's no way that they're gonna give me the breakdown of the freaking FSB,
Just send in an email, let them know it's for your D&D campaign, like
right? Can I
So
get
this is-
can I get a map of your secure facility, please?
we're doing a simulation where we'd like to break in.
Yeah,
What do you think of this? What do you think of this? A nice figure 8, multiple floors.
sure. It has a ramp that's a little bit weird, but it's kind of.
Oh, yeah, just ignore that. Or maybe keep it. Who knows?
Well, we know what the building looks like because you had it up earlier. It's 8 stories tall, we'll say, and the first floor is open to the public. It has cafeterias and stuff like that. They have tried over the years to make it less scary, since it used to be a gulag on the first floor. In fact, you can't see it in this picture, but off to the left.
This sounds like something Russia would do.
Yeah, like I can't even make this up. So, this is back in my research when I was figuring this. Not the building next door, but like closer to the camera. There's a it's like a children's. It's like Toys R Us, or maybe it has
Sick.
rides and stuff too. But it's like a kids facility, and they in like 2003 or 2006 or something, they opened it up. They started advertising come to this area of town, and they named the area of town after the building. So most people associate that area of town with torture. They're like, come to this area of town, the children will love it. And it was like their advertising campaign for the
The Lubyanka.
yeah, come here, the kids will love it. And it the public hated it, and there were riots and from it.
Wow.
Yeah. So they've tried to make this place less scary by making the buildings around it more inviting, I guess. The kids museum place, the children's world, I think it's called, has lights on it in the front, and cartoon characters made out of lights, so to make it friendly.
What a ridiculous.
I would
country.
say we maybe start with a genuine
Children's world.
reconnaissance.
Oh, okay.
Children's school.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but maybe just drive around the block. Check out what their surveillance is. What maybe we do a stakeout and see the coming and goings. If we can maybe put a tracer on somebody, we can watch where they go, in and outside.
I have spy cameras, so if we wanted to, we might be able to set something up like that. Just to get a general coming and going, but yeah.
Maybe I don't know how extreme Jade's teleportation is. Is there any way that she could get into the building and Jade, is there any way you can maybe get into the building and place some cameras or anything like that?
What if there's cameras inside the building?
How
to see
stealthy
if
can you
somebody-
be?
I'm pretty stealthy.
Can you be invisible?
For like a second as I teleport.
Well, I mean, that's a fair point because if you teleport into a hallway and there's cameras, they're just going to see you.
I could
you can't-
teleport.
And you dress as a ghost.
Yeah.
Can you teleport
haunted, man.
objects or just yourself?
I can teleport other people, so I'd imagine I could teleport objects.
True dat.
We could disguise her as a cartoon character and light her up, and everyone will be excited to see her.
I don't understand.
It's Nikolai, yeah!
Oh, I love him. Favorite childhood character, Nikolai.
I loved him when he would talk bad about capitalism.
Nikolai, he is our hero. I would say reconnaissance. Even if we didn't want to do a ground reconnaissance, Callum is definitely going to volunteer to do a nighttime reconnaissance and just like fly over, but not at supersonic speeds, at like slow speeds.
You get a call from Jeff as you're getting set up, and he says that he's opened up a few options as far as reconnaissance for you guys. So there's a few assets or a few documents that you can use that can help you in your recon efforts.
Okay. Lay it on us, Jeff. What's up?
So there are obviously like civilian documents. You can try that. There are FSB documents too. If you wanted to try to infiltrate the facility yourself as a spy, there are
Like dress up as somebody else and walk in with falsified credentials.
correct. There is also diplomatic channels that you can go through. We have credentials for UN officials, so you can use the diplomatic approach if you'd like to try to gain access.
Question.
And
Zach is very famous.
the third approach would be using your fame specifically towards Zach. You can be yourself.
I would say Zach isn't allowed to do any of the first two options. He would only be able to do the last one.
Always
could
good
do
advice
that.
to be yourself.
Yeah. He could do them. He would just probably have a disadvantage.
Zach's like putting on a fake mustache in the corner. Like, no, Zach, don't do that.
Who invited Groucho Marx?
I can also play like recon from outside with my technology skills.
Callum here. I'm concerned that my power visibility is going to
Callum?
give me away.
That
Where?
is a fair
Wear a
point.
beanie. Wear a beanie.
No, like it's visible. Like you can see an aura around me.
Oh, I gotcha.
Like the light almost shimmers in an area around me. No matter the direction you're looking at, I'm very visible with my powers.
Okay, so you just can't.
So if I am a superpowered person, I couldn't walk into this headquarters.
You could, because there are superpowered people that.
Oh. Hmm.
But they would know.
This doesn't just apply to Zach. You can be yourself as a defector.
Hmm.
That seems dubious.
I'm in favor of doing the UN approach.
And you don't have to
Or-
do one. You can do all of them. You each can do one if you'd like.
I was thinking maybe like pairs. You know, me and Zach do recon or fall back to in case we need to go in guns blazing or get people out. An extraction team. SEAL Team 6, you know?
And Jeff says Tomislav is at your disposal too. If you'd like to get him to gather intel, he can.
And Tomislav is a part of this organization? Or he's
the
a part of-
FSB, which is they're in the same building.
Okay. So maybe Tomislav acts as like our way in, where he introduces us or walks us into the building, and then we go from there.
It depends on what route you're taking. If you're pretending to be a person who works there, then he could do that. If you're part of the UN or trying to be yourself as a defector or something, maybe not.
So we're thinking we're gonna pretend to be somebody who works there and goes into these file rooms and just takes the files.
Yeah, you could do it. Like you can choose which route you want to take. I was just explaining the routes available.
Gotcha. I could do that and teleport out, so I wouldn't have to walk back out with like the files.
You just have to get in, and then you have to get out.
Yeah. So it's not as suspicious me teleporting in.
And I feel like maybe having Tomislav with us would help with like you not being able to speak Russian.
Well, I mean, like I said, if you're a defector, then it's
Yeah.
expected that you might not speak Russian. They don't expect Zach to speak Russian, but you did bring translators, so you can understand what they say, and it's a real time translator, so it will give you the real time.
Hey, Sonny, can you give us the odds and probability of each of these paths succeeding?
I cannot. It's almost like it's based on dice.
All right, Sonny.
Well, wait, hold on. If it's based on dice, then it should be easier for you.
I, Callum, am putting my vote down where we go in as a group of UN representatives investigating humanitarian concerns.
At the FSB?
Yes.
And we will be laughed out of the building.
I don't know that that's gonna get us the clearance that we need to like.
Oh, get into like the deeper places, but
Right.
my thought is maybe Jade can teleport. Once we get into the building, we have more freedom to start doing things where like we're expected to be there, but maybe not in like certain areas, you know? I don't know.
Tomislav, you know where the intel is at, right? You know the rooms that it's in, right?
Yes.
And what clearance we need for those rooms?
I know who can access those rooms. I can give you the intel on the people whose badges will get you into that room.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I think we should probably map that out, guys, because I think that, like, based on where we need to get, that's gonna change, like, how we should approach this, right? If we're all a UN group, then we're all gonna probably be stuck together. Maybe we need a couple angles of approach here.
How frequent are UN, like, is it going to be suspicious if we do two separate approaches at the same time? I guess is the best question to ask. Like if we were to say,
Like, two of us from the
Yeah.
UN, I might be able to pull my fame and go in, but that does seem a little weird. I feel like I might be putting myself in an awkward spot representing Cooper Corp.
but maybe you can act as the distraction. You're so big and famous, maybe, you know, we do two operations at once. You go in, create the distraction, get some bigwigs to come talk to you. We go in the back way and get the documents while everyone's distracted by you.
Yeah, I think maybe a couple of us could probably pose with the UN deal. We might be able to get one of us to pose as somebody that works there, and then I could use my fame. Hey, Sonny, do you know if there has been any leaks about me working at Phi? Is that public knowledge?
I have done an amazing job cleaning up any traces of those leaking to protect your identity.
Okay. Yeah, because that would be bad news. Like, if I showed up and they're like, well, you work for Phi.
I do my best to make sure my compatriots here don't get executed.
Thanks, Sonny. We appreciate
Yeah,
that.
that's very thoughtful.
So,
Real cool, Sonny.
as they get distracted, I could teleport you guys in easily enough from the back or something like that.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
Or I don't know if that would be too suspicious or whatever.
Well, I'm thinking maybe teleport out, right? Like, are there windows, Tomislav?
Yeah. Sorry. Da.
Windows that we can open.
Da.
No.
Okay.
Many of them have blinds, but they do open.
So, because what I'm thinking, Jade, is that you could teleport us out. Or if you got the information, you could easily teleport out from a window.
With
It will
the
be much easier to teleport out than to teleport in.
And in case we had actually ended up coming across somebody who was maybe being held captive or prisoner, Jade would be the person to extract them.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
With a little sedative or whatever. Sleeping dart.
If there are prisoners held in this building, they are likely held in the middle
Good to know.
for security reasons. Although, this is a very, how you say, popular building. It would likely be seen if they were bringing prisoners into this building.
Lots of foot traffic. So maybe they're not even being held at this facility, but maybe the facility will have the documentation that points us in the right
Unlikely.
direction.
Unlikely they are here, but
Mhm.
the central building houses the most secure facility. So, the documents, one of the locations is on the third floor in the middle of the building.
So middle building, this little middle strip here, third floor.
It is a secure facility. I do not have access.
Is there any consideration for maybe Jade getting arrested
Hmm.
and then getting taken, like maybe
She can
turning them
teleport
in.
out.
Yeah,
I mean, I would say the concern would be, the suspicion meter. Like this is where,
Whoa.
hey,
Could we maybe have Tomislav act as bringing somebody in, or maybe like 2 or 3 people going in with like we're defectors. We're turning this one in. That she works for Phi. That sort of thing, or as it's I don't know.
To determine where the prison is?
Because she can escape. That would be the only thought.
So if like Gabe is in there, is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, Gabe or someone who has information on maybe where other prisoners are being held or taken to. I don't know. Just a thought. Because I feel like we can break in, we can get the paperwork and documentation and stuff, but if we get out, maybe, we're going to be more open and, they'll be more suspicious or aware of our presence. Where if we try to do multiple objectives at once, we can maybe hide our true intentions to keep our suspicions lower.
I have a feeling that Callum shouldn't physically try to go in there.
That's fair.
I'm thinking because of your aura.
There are people that with powers that go in and out of the building. So having a power is not by itself
an immediate red flag.
Yeah, not a red flag.
Oh, okay. But like I don't know, like making up a story for him, it seems like he'd be relatively noticeable.
It depends on what story you choose. Like if he's a UN diplomat, he might get a minus to that check because not a lot of UN diplomats are also superheroes.
That's what I was thinking.
Problem with the UN diplomat story to me is like most UN diplomats are known. Like we don't even have the proper paperwork to be a UN
You have
diplomat.
the paper. You have that.
Oh, we do?
Jeff-
Okay.
Jeff does it for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jeff has said he has paperwork for infiltration to FSB and for the UN. And then a third choice would be being yourself. And
He has us as FSB agents?
yeah. He has FSB agent paperwork.
Let's do that. That seems like the way to go.
You want to just pose as FSB agents?
I think so. I think that's the way. Because then if that also covers the powers part too. It's like, yeah, we're powered FSB agents. Fudge off.
Mm-hmm. The only thing is that where we can't talk.
Oh, that's a very good point.
Yeah, if you work there, it's not all. One of the lieutenants, one of the guys that I listed off, is not Russian. The Void guy is German.
Well, I'll take the celebrity approach to, at the very least, cause a distraction. Although it does link back to me, but I might still be able to get some good intel just being there.
Maybe you're there to like sell something to him, or you have I don't know. I don't remember what your backstory is for your character.
Yeah. Yeah, I will definitely be
You're rich,
representing Cooper Corp, and the technologies there.
So maybe I go in as your protection.
Yeah, that playing yourself is perfectly a good choice.
Yeah, so maybe me and Zach go in together. I act as Zach's protection because I can get us both out pretty quick, if need be.
Okay.
And be your bodyguard because I can take a slap.
And me and Edward could be agents.
So like you two and Tomislav go in, try to get the documents, where me and Zach go in and create the distraction, or try to get in touch with maybe one of the 8 powered, and we can maybe put like a tracker or something on them, or have them follow them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just kind of hit the ground and take it as we go.
Okay.
How do we all feel about it? We all on board?
I think that's fine. And then the intel locations, we know middle of the building, 3rd floor.
Yes, and then the other, there's 2 more. One was the director's office, which is on the 8th floor. 8? Is there 7 or 8th floor in this building? I don't know.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then probably 8 or 9, depending on how you count this top level. But it looks like it's 2, 4, 6, and then 8 per slice.
Yeah, we'll say 8. Because the other side looks like it has windows in that 8th floor too. So. Okay,
yes.
8th floors. It's on the 8th floor in the director's office. Should I do this as Tony's love?
Okay.
And then there is also a secured vault on the 6th floor, opposite side of the building.
Would we want to take anything with us that may actually end up being placed in a secured vault?
Are you talking about destroying it, or are you talking about revealing it?
Revealing it, like where it is exactly. Maybe it would allow us to like teleport in afterwards and, wreck it, inspect it.
This is your plan. I don't.
We have our items, so I think we'll have to kind of improvise as we go, trying to figure out where the secured vault is. Also, we might be able to do this in a couple different attempts if we need to, and if we're stealthy enough.
Do we have any suspicion to think that they would be able to detect powers? Is there a technology that detects powers or people using powers?
They have an aura around them, and gravity is weird.
I mean, don't be like that.
There is AI that can like put 2 and 2 together.
Mm-hmm.
That some larger.
It's called a calculator.
Right? Yeah.
My only thought is like we do have on our list. I'm just reading through. I don't know if this is actually like someone we could use, but Kevin Harris has an invisibility listed as his power, and he was a trainee at Phi.
You mean the one that Theo insulted? That had him cry in the corner?
Is that Kevin? Oh. Yeah, well.
Theo's not with us anymore, so maybe he'd be willing to help.
Time to become a man, Kevin.
Callum's just like, I feel like I remember seeing an invisible dude. What's up with that? Can we get him? I don't know. Because I mean, he could go with us, and he could be, someone who follows one of the bigger powers around. Helps us get an in.
Since you weren't there for it, he's basically like a trainee. Jade easily beat him up.
Okay.
I don't know if she remembers.
Yeah.
I do see the notes. Was defeated in a sparring match by Jade.
Yeah, and then Theo teased him for being defeated so easily.
Well, so that's an idea. Like, he's the only person I saw on the list that like actually had a power that would be potentially useful in our situation. Outside of maybe Harry Gale, who's got precognition. He's a smart man.
It's semi. I mean, it's more like a mathematical analysis.
I think we're good with our plan.
I like the idea of just doing what we have set up for. I agree. I think the diplomatic approach isn't going to fit our current party. I like the imposter agent and celebrity.
I can't think of anything else that we would need to bring at the moment.
The only thing I could think of is something to give them as a part of our celebrity approach to help.
Something that could make us speak Russian would be nice.
I mean, as Zach and Callum, they don't need to speak Russian because it's expected that they don't.
No, I don't mean.
But you two, yeah.
Me and
as agents, you.
Is there a brain implant that allows them to speak Russian?
No, we'll say that the translator can give you
pronunciation or responses.
Your ability to say it back is
a check.
It's definitely going to be a check, but it's going to be negative circumstance bonus. You're not going to be able to. They'll be able to tell that you can't speak Russian well.
We'll just keep our heads down, Edward, and we won't talk to anybody.
Yeah, just have Tomislav do the talking for you. Just be silent in the background and just let him lead you around.
And the translator works in real time, so you'll be able to hear what they say. So you'll be able to know when someone's talking to you. But being able to communicate back is going to be a check.
I like that. I think that'd work. I mean, it's a roll of the die, obviously, but
what's this game all about?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The gods will it, so it shall be.
Okay. Anything else before we call it?
Does Tomislav have a power?
No.
Does he have a code name?
Tommy.
I want to call him Tommy Gun.
That's a good question.
You can just call him Tommy Gun, Callum,
But I want him to accept it as his code name. Tomislav, do you accept Tommy Gun as your code name?
This guy's bold.
Do you accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior?
Something like my name. Very different. I don't even like guns.
But you're a straight shooter, Tommy, and that's what I like about you.
Miami Vice. That's great show.
I'm gonna call you Magnum.
Oh, I love it.
Callum's happy. Callum is excited to be on his first mission. And he's partially intimidated that he's going with Zach, who is a person he didn't understand or know was a part of Phi until the airplane, and has maybe been secretly really happy about it.
This should be good. I might need something before we go, actually. I'm hard pressed to come up with it at the moment, but I think I need to bring maybe something from Cooper Corp.
Maybe like a sampling platter. Like, hey, here's all the stuff Cooper Corp produces. Let's talk.
Yeah, that would probably be like a good way to start. But I imagine we'd need something more enticing than that. But at the very least, very public, public knowledge things, not secretive things, would be good to bring. I don't want to accidentally lose anything.
Do we maybe want to curtail it to somebody specific to say Yevgenia has bonfire. She catches on fire. Like maybe we could bring a suit that's fireproof for Anastasia's resurrection. You could do something around that. I don't know. Like try to maybe bring something to get one specific person to us.
I was thinking it might be good to see if we can get the attention of a director so that we can gain access to the director's office.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. What does that look like, Tomislav? Can we gain audience with the director? Do you think they'd be interested? Or would they even allow such a thing?
They would meet with you.
In the director's office?
No. They would not allow
What do you think it might take to get audience inside the director's office? Is there anything that we might suggest where they would need to take us back there?
If you were maybe to offer them some large piece of intelligence, maybe
something they have to stash away.
Is this because the director's office is where they do more private conversations, or I'm just wondering what it's even used for?
Yes, it's very secure.
Okay.
If you offer them something, something incriminating for Phi, something that will help them gain a foothold against Phi in the race for powered individuals.
Maybe a detector for powered individuals.
Something like that would probably work.
Like, what the heck is a Cerebro? Cerebro.
I wonder, can we think on this one and present it next session? For
the plan, I mean...
No, I want to do it right now.
Yeah. Cool. We're gonna think on that, Tom. And are we heading out the next day on this mission, or right from this conversation? I imagine we're gonna
I would say probably a few days of just reconnaissance, getting an understanding of the layout of the area and stuff.
They don't even know you're here yet. So in this stage,
surprise is our only element.
They don't know anything yet.
Yet.
No, not yet. Yet.
Oh, yes.
God damn it, you guys.
So I guess next time you guys can figure out how you want to get in.
Jade, you could be a double agent. I want to defect, but really I'm defecting the defecting.
Triple agent.
I think the illusionist has gotten to him.
I need help.
Any other questions? You guys have the likely opponents. You have your mission. You have your supplies.
Who are we most not wanting to interact with? We should probably have a safe word for our comms that is oh my god, get out of Dodge if things go bad. Or try to escape as quietly as possible, without raising our suspicion level. And then who would be a person that we do not want to interact with to avoid fighting,
Wouldn't we just have to figure that?
The Mirage being an illusionist with psychic attacks, I wouldn't say concerns me the most as maybe someone who is called Bonfire and catches everybody on fire, or the person who is known to be a suicide bomber. Because I feel I don't think any of us could survive a massive explosion.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do a massive explosion like in the building though either. So
That's fair.
yeah, I don't know why, guys. I'm not too worried about this. I think we got this. We got this. We'll get in there and we'll figure it out. If we need to escape, we can escape and make another attempt.
I'll teleport all you out. Choo, choo, choo.
Well, yeah, but Void could blind you, preventing your teleportation.
True.
Boa could grab on, preventing you from teleporting.
No, I could teleport out of that.
So if someone's grabbing onto you, you could make a teleportation without bringing them with you.
No, I think she'd bring him with him, right?
No, I think I would be able to. I don't know. Luke? That'd be a question for Luke.
Captain is like sitting here questioning you guys on your powers because he's never interacted with you guys before.
Like, would I be able to teleport out of a grip like that?
Callum is going to grab onto you
Good question.
really hard and say, try.
I think it would make sense. I don't know how the power works, but it would make sense in like classic rules. They would break the grapple, but
Because the way the mechanics are, you can teleport people that don't want to be teleported, but it doesn't work the other way. People can't come with you if they want to, and you don't want them to. So I think you could teleport away from a grapple.
So maybe you are actually the best person to interact with Boa. You know, maybe we create a list of like who's good against who, like what our types match up against. You know, rock paper scissors it.
Jade does not get void.
Yeah, Jade against Void is bad because Jade can't teleport when blind. Callum,
Can any of us do anything when blind?
I could.
I mean, I can also blind.
I have like one power that would work if I was blind.
The blind power is also a blind person. Your blind power would also
He's
not work
probably
on
got like some crazy Jaijutsu blind fighting, you know?
you. Daredevil is such a good fighter.
I mean, yeah, Daredevil would kick my ass, you know? Yuri, I don't really think is going to be a concern. You know, humanoid shapeshifting, that's just a fighter. So Morph isn't terrible. Mirage, maybe. Depends on the illusions, you know? Maybe they could create duplicates or...
Really mess with you. You know, illusions can really mess with you. So,
Mhm.
I guess it depends on your will.
Callum is okay with Mirage. I think Callum and Mirage would be a good matchup. The Mountain, maybe.
I think my goal is that we don't fight any of them if we can help it. But later,
Well,
if
for
we
sure
do have to,
have.
at least we know some of their powers, so we.
We should know. We should have this planned out. We are doing secret agent stuff, guys. Okay? I'm not gonna fail Phi on my first assignment. I am taking this textbook.
The odds are you won't leave to see tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Also, it's a fight, like it's a superhero game. Like to like think that we're gonna get out of this like whole session without fighting at all is pretty silly thinking.
Mm-hmm.
There
Well,
are different.
I'm
like-
saying in character here. I'm saying that I, Callum, am genuinely sitting down talking to you guys about this. I am like with pen and paper drawing Venn diagrams of who's going to fight who.
I don't know if a Venn diagram would be the right kind of diagram, but
Well, with power overlaps and, you know, how they interact with each other.
I was just being smart.
Can it be a flowchart?
All right. So, per Edward's suggestion, I am making this a flowchart. I think that is appropriate. I'm good at physics, not flowcharts and diagrams. Okay, guys? Pardon me. Is there any information we have on Persist that indicates, does she resurrect fast? Does she resurrect in a different location? Does she keep her same body when she comes back? Like, what? How does that? Do we have any information?
None.
I don't-
was in Tomisla's file.
Okay.
She would go and do a mission, and then she would return. So we don't know if it's a new body. We don't know the time frame. You know, is less than 2 days to resurrect.
It's out of character. What is Zach's resurrection? Isn't it like a week or something?
No, it's lower. It's like 4 days. I
Oh.
think.
Okay. Again, out of character, Zach. You resurrect in your same body.
It's only happened once, so yeah, that's what happened.
I mean, it's once so far.
Yeah, I was at my funeral, some casket.
You sat up in the casket or something?
In character, I feel like that'd be an interesting power. Being able to resurrect, but like in a different place, in a different body. You'd never be able to be held captive. You could always just, escape your own bonds.
You don't really remember a whole lot when it happens. It's kind of weird.
Is that a euphemism? Escape your own bonds?
Yeah.
Euphemistic way to say it.
Listen, I'm not no word linguistic, all right? I think the two people we really need to worry about are Mirage and Mountain. Maybe Paralos? Depends on how crazy that damage is. How much pain can that man inflict? How quickly?
Yeah, this could get weird.
Does he have to have line of
Lava.
sight to inflict that plane?
Is a woman. Boa is female. Dietrich, Void is male. Yuri is male. Bima is male. Petro is male. Slava is female. Yevgenia is female. And Anastasia is female.
Cool.
Okay. Maybe we should request a fire extinguisher for bonfire.
Okay, well, if you don't have anything, I think that's the session. I think next one's gonna be fun. I think this one was a lot of planning, but that was kind of I've learned from last session. I was like, I can't plan. We spent so long sometimes on the planning session. I'm just gonna dedicate this entire session to planning. So next time it's gonna be the action of this. So
I liked it. This is good.
This was fun.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm ready for the action, though.
Yeah. And that does it for part 1 of the Comrades arc, Never Invade Russia in the Winter. As always, we really appreciate that you took the time to listen to us, and we'd love to hear from you, so definitely reach out to us on social media, and please follow us and, like and share and do all the stuff. Like, that makes our day. There are links in the description if you want to find any of those. You are always welcome to say hi to us anytime you'd like to. Also, if you feel the desire, you are welcome to buy one or all of us a coffee. Just let me know who you're buying it for by visiting our Ko-Fi, which is also in the links I provided. You can set up a one-time donation or a recurring one. There are benefits for the recurring one. It allows you to interact with the story and kind of get some background information and some pre-released episodes and some behind-the-scenes details. Donations are also available on Spotify if you prefer that. In the next episode, the squad executes their plan to infiltrate the SCS, Ocean's 11 style. I think you guys will like it. See you in 2 weeks.